I'm Paul Edwards, author of the Mourner's Woods books, and first and foremost, a monster kid. Tonight I'm watching The Mighty Peking Man from 1977. In 1976, Hollywood released a big-budget remake of the 1933 film King Kong. The remake didn't come out until December of 1976, but all through the year, there was an intense amount of publicity. Basically, images of King Kong and promotions for King Kong were everywhere as the release of the movie approached. I should know, I was 11 years old, and I was in the prime target audience of all of the publicity with which we were inundated, and all anybody was talking about was King Kong. So as you can imagine, smaller studios decided to cash in on this opportunity by producing lesser giant ape movies of their own. One of them was a film from Hong Kong called The Mighty Peking Man. In this film, the hero travels with an expedition into the jungles of northern India in search of an alleged gigantic hominid that's running loose out in the jungle. And the members of the expedition die in preposterous ways the deeper they get into the jungle. One is trampled by elephants, one is mauled by a tiger, one drowns in quicksand, several fall to their deaths. And finally, one night, while the hero's asleep in his tent, everybody else decides they're just going to abandon him here, and they all leave. And so when the hero wakes up in the morning, he's all alone out in the jungle. Fortunately for him, he encounters a jungle girl, a young woman who's running around in an animal skin bikini, speaking only rudimentary words. And the hero discovers that she has been stranded out here in the jungle ever since she was a little girl, when her parents were killed in a plane crash that she had survived. Fortunately for her, of course, she made friends with the Mighty Peking Man. And he is a 40-foot tall hominid, completely covered in hair, but with somewhat human facial features. And because of the Jungle Girl's influence, the Peking Man accepts the hero and makes friends with him. Of course, it comes time for the three of them to go back to civilization, and the Peking Man is temporarily enchained, captured. Anybody who's seen any giant ape movie knows exactly what's going to happen next. Of course, the Peking Man breaks loose and goes on a rampage. Then the hero has to try to track down the jungle girl who's running around the city looking for her friend, the Mighty Peking Man, as he devastates Hong Kong. Now, earlier in the film, the special effects had been pretty bad. Especially, there's one particular scene where the elephants are charging, and it's clearly a film being shown on a screen behind the actor, and the actor is just turning and shooting a prop gun at the screen. It's hilariously bad. Once we get to the scenes where the Mighty Peking Man is rampaging through the city, the special effects are reasonably good for a 1970s kaiju film. And there's certainly plenty of city destruction scenes as the Mighty Peking Man tramples his way through Hong Kong and is pursued and fighting against the army. The Mighty Peking Man is one of the better of the giant ape movies that ripped off King Kong. Back in the 60s, there had been some King Kong ripoffs. There was Konga, which was a British film. There was the Mighty Gorga, which is the worst of them all. I should make a separate video just on that. But when the 1976 King Kong came out, there were some more knockoffs that were produced. One was Ape, A period, P period, E period, which was a somewhat of a parody as well as a ripoff of King Kong. But Mighty Peking Man was not played for laughs. It was played completely straight. And as giant ape movies go, it's absolutely worth catching. Listen, if you enjoy classic monsters and vintage horror, check out my book series, the Mourner's Woods books. I've written a series of novels that are available on Amazon. They're all set in the haunted forest. Each novel brings a new cast of characters into this forbidden wilderness where they face a different threat in each book: ghosts, monsters, banshees. But the worst threat any character faces in Mourner's Woods is the friend who hiked here with them. My books recapture the vibe and feel of 20th century B movies in a contemporary setting. My name again is Paul Edwards. The books are the Mourner's Woods books. Thanks for letting me talk to you about the Mighty Peking Man. I'll see you in Mourner's Woods.